be quiet for 2 minutes. Thank you.
I remember the first time you looked at me and you said you just went and took my head and said,
what is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, it's Keisha. I do both commentary and music. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Demetria aka Demi Lovato. I was actually going to do a get ready with me because I did try out the new Fenty Beauty skin tint. I'm in the shade 21. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I do think it's a little bit lighter, but I did make it work with the concealer, bronzing, and everything else. If you guys want to see me do get ready with me while chatting about a topic, then I can also do that for you. But I just thought this time around, I just want to be able to speak my mind and not be distracted by a flipping review, you know? So anyways, Demi. I'm gonna get straight on into it by saying that Demi Lovato has never seemed like a nice girl, to be completely honest with you. It's okay, like I'm not saying that everybody in this world we have to meet eye to eye with or agree with the opinions, because no, but I do think that Demi Lovato has always exuded this level of bitchiness to a certain extent, and I think it kind of gets overlooked because of, you know, certain things that's happened in her life. Now, when it comes to the whole drug situation, I'm never going to dismiss that and make her feel less of or never sit back to hear her story, because I do care. And I do think that Demi Lovato has plenty of stories to share because she's gone through so much things, and a lot of it has happened publicly. So I do think that there's plenty of stories worth sharing, and she has been very vulnerable, and that's something that I really respect about Demi. Level of vulnerability and letting people into her life. And I'm sure that she's aware of the fact that not everybody who watches her or keeps up with her is necessarily a fan. To still be intimate with people in general after experiencing the things that you faced is great, and it's courageous, and I respect her. I just feel as though Demi Lovato is problematic, and I do think, again, it gets overlooked with plenty of other things going on in her life. You would think that with the amount of energy she puts out chatting to people, it would somehow get her to inherit some money or benefit off of that situation, when in reality it's just like you're just talking out of your ass, and it's annoying, especially for people who genuinely like Demi Lovato. And that's me. I genuinely liked Demi Lovato. Now, here's how I feel about Demi. I definitely do feel as though she makes great music, but there isn't necessarily a connection between myself and Demi's music. I can't say that it's helping me in general, but it's probably helping my neighbor, probably helping somebody else out there, and that's cool. But once upon a time, I did like Demi. But I think that when somebody is so problematic and speaks sometimes when told not to, at times, of course everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but like sometimes just shut up, basically, in the most respectful way. It's annoying as a Demi Lovato fan to see her act out in this manner, because it's like, we're rooting for you and we want your music to like hit this global success and phenomenon that we know you can, because you're very talented. We want this for you. Do you want it for yourself? I can't create somebody. Do you know what I mean? Like, if we're talking about situations and scenarios here, it's because this person has created it for themselves. Some things could have been misunderstanding. Some things could have been not so deep, but like, let's still have a conversation about it. Like, if we're really keeping it very real with each other, there's been this decline with the GP, aka General Public, and Demi's music. Now it's just kind of like, we only check up on her to see, okay, when's the next downfall? Not me, but that's generally the general public. I'm on Twitter a lot. If you guys know anything about pop culture, Twitter is the best place to keep up with things. You get to see fans. You get to hear their opinion on certain people's music, on certain people. Of course, Demi has her own loyal fan base, but I think even now people are realizing that, oh, Demi Lovato isn't so nice. Maybe I should take a step back, and that's completely fine, by the way. Demi Lovato is very fortunate to still be at a level of relevant that she's at, because with anybody with her history, to be completely honest with you, would have fallen off or would have had a spiral in downfall. I don't think Demi Lovato is as big as she was maybe back in 2014-15, but she's still around, and I have to congratulate her for that. Being relevant is something very difficult, because your time can just come and go real quick, and then nobody cares to know about what's happening next. But Demi has stories worth sharing. Girl, go to the studio, make some music, make some bops. We want to hear it. I think the last time the GP really checked for Demi Lovato was Sorry Not Sorry, which I think was like back in 2017 or 18. I'm not really sure what Demi's goal is here. Maybe she's just here for a good time, not a long time. Maybe she's only making music to just please her fans, or just making music with people who want to listen to her. That's completely fine. But I'm going to assume here that once upon a time, Demi Lovato's goal was to be one of the biggest pop girlies in the world. She could have been that. This is a conversation that I'm going to keep very real with you guys, and I don't know how many of you guys will agree with me when I say this. This whole Demi and Selena thing, I don't get. Just the other day I was making a video about Miley Cyrus, and I had to do plenty of research for that, and I had to talk about some of the potential feuds that may have happened on Disney Channel. And when doing the research for that, it was evident that Miley Cyrus probably felt a type of way based on the fact that, yes, I am like one of the main characters. I'm like one of the main Disney girlies, but like I don't have a clique. I don't have somebody else to share my stories with, somebody who has the same amount of fame. And I felt like Selena Gomez and Demi had that with each other. And there was even an interview Demi Lovato saying that Selena Gomez helped her when she was really low and when she was dealing with things medically, when she was herself. Like, it doesn't make sense as to where this whole thing came from. I think it was like last year Demi Lovato had been exposed for her fake account, her burner account that she had on the side, where she would basically make fun of Selena Gomez. And my thing with that is, if you can't say it on your public platform, it's probably for a reason. Putting that amount, let's say this is true, right? Putting that amount of energy into something that isn't music, where does that get you? No coins are coming to your account. I feel like that whole situation, it didn't get the attention, and maybe it's because of other things going on surrounding Demi Lovato. I'm not saying that I want it to be one whole war where everybody just takes her down, but it's like, if you are bold enough to say something like that and then go live on that burner account as well.
Hi! Hey, you! Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you too. How are you?
Do it with chest. That's what we say here in London. It doesn't make sense. Sorry, let me do a bit of my makeup because my blush, it ain't blushing enough. If you're bold enough to like come and make a burner account, do you not know the effort of making another Instagram account? It's the effort for me. Just to reiterate again, I'm sorry, I'm not really, guys, this might even turn into a makeup tutorial again because I'm just not satisfied with the way my concealer looks. I feel like it could be better. I'm not talking about the whole drug situation because I really am empathetic towards that and I have a heart and I want to listen to her story. Because whilst I don't want to be struggling with that now, God knows who I might come across with in the future. God knows what my life might be like in the future. I don't wish bad upon myself or anybody else, but that is the normality of a lot of people's lives. A lot of people struggle with substance abuse, drug abuse. I mean, even during last year's lockdown, the level of addiction increased. I even know people personally who aren't doing okay. So I am here to listen to your story and everything. I'm not here for your bitchy ways and mean ways because you don't need to be. Like, nothing, like, you're privileged. I'm so sorry that you didn't have the childhood also that you probably dreamt you had. I'm so sorry that so much things that you had to give up on. I can't excuse the fact that you've been a very mean person, and this is coming from somebody who was a fan. How about you just think to yourself, why are this amount of people mad at me? Where is the outrage coming from? It's coming from the fact that you speak sometimes when people didn't even ask you to speak. You get involved in things that have nothing to do with you. You are out here saying that you don't want to be body shamed. And of course, nobody should be body shamed. I'm not here for that whatsoever. But then you go and body shame a skinny person? It's contradicting, Demi. It really is. It's like, what was the point of this whole discussion then? Was it for the whole world to kind of be on your side and Team Demi? I don't understand. Because as far as I'm concerned, nobody should be body shaming anybody. Every single body shape is beautiful. Of course, Demi Lovato's intention with that is for people to basically not look at her body as like, less than. And I obviously hear that. I'm a woman. I hear the types of comments thrown at me and I'm only 20. So imagine what it's going to be like as I'm growing older. I'm laughing because it's ridiculous, but let's not add on to that, and a lot of the hate is directed towards women. It's like, Demi, come on now. Just because you have a platform doesn't mean you have to involve yourself every 2 seconds. We didn't ask for that. We are asking for music. I'm going to be very respectful when I say this because I do respect the girl and I respect people with eating disorder. I respect people. But I do think she weaponizes her eating disorder at times and she uses that as a way to be bitchy and say anything. Let's treat people with respect and then we will get respect. Like, plenty of people leaving your fandom because they have had enough of you. Yeah, you should really listen up. You should at least think, okay, damn, now, yeah, my fans are leaving now. Yeah. If there's any time you should have had a realization, it should have been that one. No one's perfect. I'm not claiming to be perfect, but I know sometimes just don't get involved. Sometimes, it's an L. You took an L. There's plenty of situations that Demi's been involved with on social media where it's like, okay, yeah, you took a major L. But like, turn that L into a W. Make some music. At the end of the day, you are known for your music. Let's bring it back to that. I think that she's kind of got lost, and I think that she's just so surrounded by the wrong things, and it's weird to me. I did watch her documentary, which I definitely recommend you guys should watch because it's free. And I know you ain't got nothing much to do anyways. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed hearing the perspective of her friends and family. I believe this is the second time that she has like a YouTube original where she's talking about just basically being vulnerable. And that, again, is something that I value about Demi. And I wish that we could see... I'm not saying that you have to be perfect all the time, because no, trust me, like, hearing her talk about how she was in a beauty pageant at such a young age, F beauty pageants, basically encouraging people to be insecure from such a young age. She didn't have the growing up that we had, yeah? Again, we're not perfect. We've all gone through our own things. Some of you guys watching might not even know your father, might not even have had the privilege of having that family bonding dynamic, yeah? There's different stories is what I'm saying. Demi's story is that she didn't really have her father growing up. He was addicted to the wrong things. He died when she was a very young age. Whether she wants to admit it or not, whether people in general want to admit it or not, daddy issues is a very, very common thing. Growing up and not having the relationship and bond with a parent, and we see a lot more times with dads, there is a part of you that doesn't feel whole. And I'm very fortunate in a sense where I grew up having my father around me, and I can say that from my own experience that my father has taught me a lot of things. And I think that without having him in my life and having that at least a father figure, there is so much I would have been very uneducated about. This bitchiness and meanness for no goddamn reason, just because you feel entitled, don't sit right with me. Trust me, I went to an all-girls high school. I've had enough of the bitchiness and entitledness. I've had enough of people just pushing and being mean because of their status. Touching back on the whole Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato thing, to give energy to somebody who clearly isn't checking for you. We can all sit on here and make fun of Selena Gomez and call her all types of names, but as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to this whole situation, Selena Gomez, head down. Focused on things that she needs to focus on. Yeah, I could chat crap about Demi Lovato in my spare time. Yeah, Selena Gomez could chat crap about Demi, and I'm sure she has. Girl, Selena Gomez is just doing her. Maybe you should try it too. But why was Demi's ex-fiance obsessing over Selena Gomez, following her? And I don't even mean following on Instagram, bitch. I mean in real life. Now, what we need to have a conversation about is this new era of Demi, because what's happened in 2018, she obviously had a relapse, and then I guess the world was kind of like, oh, where's Demi gonna be at? Because we saw her perform at the Grammys and we're like, okay, are we getting new music now, or what are we getting? And then she comes back and she drops a YouTube series on us, and we watch it, we feel for the kid, we think this is a new era of just cleansing, of just giving us and dominating the charts with music. But there is a decline, Demi, and the decline is you. This was an opportunity for her to clean up the BS and the old image, because as far as I'm concerned, as long as you're living and breathing, you can change. And this whole recent situation with you and this store, you're mad. Why publicly bash somebody who's technically speaking, done nothing wrong to you, Demi, is what I would like to know. Please, I have the time. Enlighten me. Bitch, give me a whole flipping dissertation at this point. I really just want you to make music. I really just want you to be like semi-decent. I'm not saying to be perfect. I'm not saying you have to be really polite to everybody you come across, but it would be nice, yeah? Especially if no one's really done anything to you. I think that for a lot of people, this was the last straw. What took place quite recently was the last straw. You making it a me situation was the last straw for a lot of people, because we put up with you for so long, because we actually believe in you. And whilst the charts might not be streaming you, we are streaming you. I saw a comment here of someone saying, I lost my mother last October and now Mother's Day is coming up and I'm bombarded with commercials, advertisements, everything. It sucks. It makes me sad, but I don't expect the local grocery store to remove their banner because of that. It's called being an adult. The world doesn't revolve around me, period. Like, we all go through our own battles. Nobody's life is perfect. You can't live shit and breathe in this planet Earth without having to deal with things, okay? The whole point of surviving and being an adult in general is the whole chapter, is the whole growing process, is the whole, grieving, letting things happen to you, being at the highest of highs, and then going back to the lows. Like, I'm so sorry, nothing is ever permanent, yeah? I respect this comment. She also continued on by saying, honestly, I think Demi Lovato needs to differentiate between being entitled to your feelings and being entitled to having your feelings catered to. She's allowed to feel bad when she sees diet products. The problem only starts when she expects the world to adjust to that. Yes. There's plenty of injustices happening in the world. Do you know how many times people like me have wanted justice for the injustice? Do you know how many times we've wanted that? We've prayed, we've done everything. Yeah, I don't know whether you think just because you have a platform and you have millions of followers that it means you get everything in a snap of the no, don't do that. That's not how you go about things. That's not how you gain respect from people. You lose more than you gain. Speaking in like the whole music aspect and pop culture world, like pop is becoming, it's changing from the time where Demi was like, I guess at the top of the charts, maybe like 2014, 15. There are so many new pop girls who've been introduced. You're very easy to be replaced, and that's just the tea. Someone said, for me, the worst thing Demi Lovato has ever done is attacking Taylor Swift after she paid Kesha's court damages. Taylor did a nice thing. She helped another woman who was sexually assaulted, and she didn't even make it public before Kesha's mum publicly thanked her, and Demi made it about herself over again. I'm tired. You guys like today's look as well. I'm definitely giving you like a soft glam moment. I'm not gonna lie to you, this has grown on me. When I first applied the skin tint, I wasn't a big fan, but if you guys want to see some of the pictures, my Instagram will be down below in the description. Again, it's just Itzkeisha _. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on today's topic. Keep sharing this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.